And the year is ending, and that's good because I need to... This is the first year when I really felt my age. Like, I'm 31 years old, and I was still in my head, but like, no, man, I'm young, and I'm hip, and I'm cool, and I listen to Kiss FM, and like, I got my whole life ahead of me, like, but I really felt it. I was driving my son home from his soccer game in my station wagon, listening to talk radio. And I could just feel the illusion of my youth just sailing away, which is dangerous. Like, because I needed to feel that. I need to feel kind of young and crazy and serious. Because when you do the math and add up the numbers, this is not what an adult looks like. Nothing about what you've seen is just screaming grown-up, all right? I own 8 comic book t-shirts, all of which I've bought in the last 3 years. My closet looks like the dressing room of the goddamn Justice League. Assuming every member of the Justice League got horrendously out of shape, meaning all of their wardrobe tailored to XXL. They were just like, hey, Justice League, there's a crime on Earth. They're like, no! Martian Manhunter just bought a wheel of cheese and all 3 seasons of Arrested Development. We're gonna do that for a while. There's the Flash, he's on Facebook again. Oh, good for him. Like that. And people are like, Matt, in your 20s, that's when you were supposed to do that. That's when you're supposed to be young and hip and party and have sex and do drugs. That's not what I spent my 20s. I spent my 20s playing Major League Baseball 2002 on Xbox, trying to give the Cubs a perfect 162 season on Expert. Then when I did that, I did it again. Only this time for a challenge, I used the create a player option and made my entire 22-man roster characters that were me, right? 5 foot 10 inch, 260-pound assholes named Matt Drufke, all of whom went from home to first in about 2 days. Do you know how hard it is to throw a perfect game with a 46-mile-an-hour fastball? I swept the Tigers in 4 games. The Mountain Dew flowed like rain. Happy birthday, I'm 30! This is the second nicest shirt I own. And I have to change because I spilled spaghetti on the nicest shirt I own. I own a suit. I bought an A Target, okay? But I wore that suit when I took my wife out for her birthday a couple months ago. And we went to a pretty fancy seafood place, like a place we normally can't afford, but it's a special day, so we went out and did it. And I'm looking through the menu, and fresh lobster is on the menu. Oh man, I've never had fresh lobster before. I've never had lobster before at all. Like, everyone says lobster is awesome. Let's do it up. Pardon me, waiter, I will have the $45 lobster. And then he said, come with me, sir. And I'm like, oh no, he's going to check my credit. Thankfully, no. Thankfully, with fresh lobster, I should have figured it out. They're all just swimming in a tank, and the waiter's like, pick. So I'm staring at this thing like it's a Rubik's Cube. I don't know, I'm hoping one of the lobsters is going to be like, that one's delicious. That didn't happen. But I was like, hell with it. I want that one and that one to fight in a cage, Thunderdome style. And I will eat the loser and put the winner through college. Because I'm like Joaquin Phoenix at the end of Gladiator all of a sudden. Just walking around being like, am I not merciful? That's what I'm doing. So they bring me this lobster. And like I said, I've never had lobster before. I take that first bite, and it's all right. I had a sandwich today that was better. And then my wife tells me how they prepare fresh lobster. If you don't know, strap it in. Like, here we go. Here's how you prepare a fresh lobster. Take a living lobster, take a pot of boiling water, throw the live lobster in until it dies. You hear it scream. Oh, if that's too cruel, here's way number 2. Take a living lobster, put it on a cutting board, grab the biggest goddamn knife you can find, stab it in the face, you can hear it scream. And I am not saying, and again, this lobster was at best okay. And I am not saying how delicious an animal is should equate to how much it has to suffer, but that is exactly what I'm saying. No, here's what I'm saying. I'm saying afterwards, if we go out to a fancy steakhouse and the waiter comes up and says, "Pardon me, sir, we need you to come in the back and hold down the cow while 6 cowboys in steel-toed boots come and kick the shit out of it while humming the theme from Bonanza," I'm like, that steak is worth every... All I am saying is if we go out to a fancy restaurant and the maitre d' comes over and says, "Excuse me, sir, we need you to come in the back and help us heckle and berate the pheasant till it runs crying into a bathroom where wing high there is a revolver with 1 bullet, a noose, a bottle of sleeping pills, and the Best of Joy Division on the stereo." I'm saying best meal ever, right?